Migration into the UK has been a source of concern for the UK government, especially the past 4 years. The UK government is saying there have been a massive inflow of people into the country, especially those who come on small boats, those illegal migrants, those who come on small boats, those who come on a visit visa and they don't go back to their country. So they have tried so many ways to curb this migration. They come with different kind of law. At some points they see the ones that is working, they see the ones that is not working among the law. So sometimes last week in we saw on the news that the Prime Minister is trying to stop migration, and as a result they are saying that ILR be increased from 5 years to 10 years. ILR simply means indefinite leave to remain. Before now, it used to be 5 years. Once you come, either you're on a skilled worker visa or a spousal visa or any kind of visa that you have that you're eligible to apply for ILR. After you've stayed in the country legally for 5 years, you can then go ahead to apply for your ILR. And guess what? This week, a white paper document about I think 87 pages came out, and they are stated the requirements for you to now stay in the country. And guess what? The ILR has been increased to 10 years. Let me quickly run through the benefits of having the ILR with you. When you have ILR, you no longer need to start renewing your visa to stay in the country. So you no longer need to renew visa to stay in the country. You can work. You have the right to work if you have your ILR. You have the right to study. You have right to public services when you have your ILR. And guess what? The Prime Minister is saying that the ILR should be earned. It should be earned. You really need to work for it. It shouldn't be a benefit of coming to the UK, and you really have to earn the ILR. So let me quickly go over some points of the white paper document with you. The white paper is themed Restoring Control over Immigration System. So I have here immigration white paper to reduce migration and strengthen border. Radical reforms to Britain's immigration system, restoring control to our borders, and reducing record high level of net migration have been set out. So I have some points that are really of interest that I would like to share with you. What you are now required for you to be able to stay in the UK. The white paper document made mention of English language as a new requirement that when you're applying for yourself and for your dependents, you now have to write the English language. You need to speak, you need to be able to speak and write in English, yeah? So English language, introduce new English language requirements across a broader range of immigration routes for both main applicants and their dependents to ensure a better knowledge of English, including an assessment of improvements over time. I know some kind of visa requires you to write the English language. I know of a spouse visa. When you're applying for your spouse visa, I know one of the basic requirements is English language. And I think study visa as well. I don't know for any kind of visa. For those ones that have not been having English language before, now when they want to apply for their visa, they have to write English language. So one of those things that's stated in that white paper document is English language. Number 2 here is about end settlements and citizenship. Double the standard qualifying period for settlements to 10 years. That is, you have to hit the ILR period for settlement is now it has been moved from 5 years to 10 years. So expand the point-based system to both our settlement and citizenship rules. So they are based on contribution to the UK. with further details to be set out to Parliament by the end of the year. The policies outlined, part of the government's plan for change, will be delivered over the course of this Parliament to strengthen the UK's immigration system, with the first changes set to be introduced in the coming weeks. The government will publish further reforms to the asylum system and border security later this summer, building on measures in the border security asylum and immigration bill currently progressing through Parliament. So what this simply means is that the ILR now has been increased from 5 years to 10 years. That you really have to earn it. You have to earn it. It's no longer a right. Just as the Prime Minister said, it's not a right. You have to work for it. You have to contribute meaningfully to the UK's economy before you can be granted the ILR. That you can no longer come on a kind of visa, then switch to claim asylum. Once you are claiming asylum, you may likely be denied your ILR. So those key points. Then another one I have here is foreign national offenders. Foreign national offenders, if you are a sex offender, you can't apply for ILR. You can't be given ILR. Reform the deportation system to ensure the Home Office is informed of all foreign nationals convicted of offences, not just those who go to prison. Review deportation thresholds to take into account a wider range of factors than just the length of sentence, and start by revising the statutory exceptions criteria to ensure that the deportation test reflects the seriousness of violence against women and girls. So next point here is tackling abuse. New policies will apply to individuals who claim asylum where conditions in their home country have not materially really changed, particularly where they have claimed that asylum after arrivals. So in one of my videos, I talked about that there are some nationals that once they get into the country, they come in either maybe work or study visa, then probably they find it difficult to change the status of their visa, then they claim asylum. So they are looking into that as well, that is an abuse. Since there's no war in your country home, everything is well, then you can come to claim asylum. Tighter visa controls, restrictions, requirements or scrutiny will be applied where we have evidence of abuse based on a clear assessment of the risk. They are saying that if there is any evidence of abuse, there will be assessments of the risk, measures to ensure that other governments play their parts in supporting the integrity of the UK immigration system, particularly where there are currently barriers in the way of us returning their nationals. Innovative financial measures, penalties or sanctions, including for sponsors of migrant workers or students where there is evidence of abuse. This will incentivize them to act responsibly with new measures to support compliance with visa conditions by migrants. Measures unveiled in the Immigration White Paper published today, which was on Monday, 12th of May, will reshape our immigration system towards those who contribute most to the economic growth, with higher skills standards for graduates and workers. New requirements on employers to boost domestic training will end the reliance on international recruitment, restoring order to a failed system that saw net migration quadruple between 2019 and 2023. Key policies in the 82-page blueprint titled Restoring Control Over the Immigration System includes the following. Reversing the long-term trend of increasing international recruitment at the expense of skills and training. The labor market evidence group will be established drawing on the best data available in order to make informed decision about the state of the labor market and the role that different policies should play, rather than always relying on migration. Departments across government will engage sector bodies as part of their approach. So the UK government is looking at ending overseas recruiting workers from overseas, that those people that are already in the country should be focused on giving jobs, giving adequate training so that they'll be fit for the job. They are saying, no, you can no longer bring in workers from overseas. So they are ending that. Okay, so the next point here is raising skilled workers threshold. Skilled must mean skilled, like lifting the level for skilled worker back up to RQF6 graduate level and above. Salary threshold will rise, and the immigration salary list, which gives people discounts from salary threshold, will be abolished. Access to the point-based immigration system will be limited to occupation where there have been long-term shortages on a time-limited basis, where the Migration Advisory Committee, MAC, has advised it is justified, where there is a workforce strategy in place, and where employers seek to recruit from abroad are committed to playing their part in increasing recruitment from the domestic workforce. So even if employers will employ from abroad, it has to be minimal, and it has to be skilled workers. Okay, they're looking at skilled workers. When you're coming into the country, they are saying that you have to contribute meaningfully to the economy of the country. So adult social care and overseas recruitment for social care visas. In line with our wider reform to skill threshold, we will close social care visas to new application from abroad. So they are looking at ending all social care for a transition period until 2028. While the workforce strategy is being developed and rolled out, we will permit visa extensions and in-country switching for those already here. This will be kept under review. So they are looking at ending social care workers from abroad, recruiting workers from abroad. They are putting an end to that. But those people that are already here in the country, they can keep extending their visa till 2023, 2028. So they're going to look at how that plays out till 2028. So let's move on to study now. We will strengthen the requirements that all sponsoring institutions must meet in order to recruit international students. We will introduce new interventions for sponsors who are close to failing their sponsor duties, including placing them on an action plan designed to improve their compliance and imposing limits on the number of new international students they can recruit while they are subject to those plans. We will reduce the ability for graduates to remain in the UK after their studies to a period of 18 months. So they are also looking at study visa. If you're coming on a study visa, you really have to read up that they are saying that once after you finish your studying, you can only stay in the country for a period of 18 months. You can, I don't think on this new on this new law, you can't switch your visa. Okay, you can't switch your visa. So let's also move on to family. We will tackle the over complex family and private life immigration arrangements where too many cases are treated as exceptional rather than having a clear framework. Legislation will be brought forward to make clear it is the government and parliament that decides who should have the right to remain in the UK. This will address cases where Article 8, right to family life, legal arguments are being used to frustrate deportation where removal is clearly in the public interest. So the next one here is growth. We will go further in ensuring that the very highly skilled have opportunities to come to the UK and access our targeted routes for the brightest and best global talents. So they are targeting highly skilled workers from abroad. This includes increasing the number of people arriving on our very high talent routes, alongside faster routes for bringing people to the UK who have the right skills and experience to supercharge UK growth in strategic industries. This includes increasing places to our scheme for research interns, making it easier for top scientific and design talents to use our global talent visa, and reviewing our innovator founder visa and high potential individual route to maximize their benefits to the UK economy. Innovative financial measures, penalties, or sanctions, including for sponsors of migrant workers or students where there is evidence of abuse. This will incentivize them to act responsibly with new measures to support compliance with visa conditions by migrants. So before you apply for UK now, it is important that you read the necessary requirements before you go ahead to apply for UK visa now. Okay, let's talk about those people that are already here looking forward to applying for the high LR after 5 years. People who have stayed like 3 years, they're counting down to 2 years, and now all of a sudden it's being moved to 10 years. Let's look at the cost implication to them. They will keep renewing this visa, their visa, until 10 years, and that visa money is not, the cost of application is no small money. Let us look at the way this law keep unfolding. If you have any contribution, leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me also hear from you. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, or you are seeing this face for the very first time, my name is Bola. Please kindly subscribe, like, and share. Leave me a comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.